transfer deadline day as an agent. Now, I know you've only been doing this for a little over a year or so, but deadline day, what goes on? What have you been doing today?
Yeah, well, listen, I don't think any agent should leave it to today if they can help it. Hopefully you have your work done in terms of prepping your players and what you have. And in my case, obviously, I'm putting foundations in place with a lot of young players and trying to maximise their ability and get them either one a loan move or two, trying to get them in the first team.
That's the route you've gone down as well, isn't it? You're looking after a lot of our young, prodigious talents that you're trying to nurture them, you're trying to advise them. So again, and you've been there, you've done it, so you certainly know what they're going through. So that's certainly where you are at the moment, isn't it, with the players?
Yeah, listen, it's not easy because it's difficult. You got a few young players that would like to be going out on loan today, and they're looking at transfer deadline day and Sky with all the hype, and they're probably asking why haven't I gone out on loan. But obviously, if you look at it in depth, there's actually not that many deals happening, especially higher up. But you find right, you say, listen, get your head down. You got to play well for the next 6 months and then reassess the situation and go from there.
We spoke this afternoon on the phone, and we actually spoke about Shane Long, didn't we? Whether he may go or may not go. He hasn't a lot of game time at club level. And I said to you, yeah, but it's too late now, surely, isn't it? It's how late can it be done? Even I know faxes are gone now; it's all online. But realistically, how late can it done?
Listen, it just takes one deal not to happen. You can be down the pecking order, and all of a sudden they don't get that number one target, and it falls through because of personal terms or whatever reason. It doesn't happen, and then all of a sudden you're next in line. Listen, I'm not saying Shane Long is second, third choice. I'm sure he's first choice to a lot of clubs, but you got to rely on a bit of luck. Obviously, if your agent has done his work, then you should be on top of situations where you know where you stand with a club and how you go forward. So I'm sure Shane is happy where he is, and actually we know he's happy where he is in terms of the environment he's in and what club he's at. But obviously he would like first team games, and if something comes along, it's very difficult to turn down an extra year in your contract when you get to 29, 30, because you're in your prime, you're looking for that extra security in another year to his contract. So if it does come calling from, then obviously he'd find it difficult to say no.
Yeah, I moved once on deadline. I was actually to West Brom, and I was in the canteen most of the afternoon, the day deadline day, and in the end Blackburn fortunately gave up and allowed me to go. But have you ever had a close? Have you ever had an odd and wingy who we both know very well? Have you ever, or even a half odd and wingy? Were you halfway down the motorway?
Well, I had literally the night before received a call from a manager saying he was going to activate my release clause. So foolishly enough, I got my suit out of the wardrobe, tie and everything, and got ready to go the next day. And about 5:05, I think it was, Charles and Zogby rolled up at Wigan, and obviously he's a left winger, so I did the maths and
the suit went back in the wardrobe.
I wasn't going to Wigan. I was at Reading at the time, and very frustrating, but anyway, these things happen.
Yeah,